Welcome to the channel. This is Waga. As always, like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have a question, and you can start the repository on GitHub. And also share the video around. Build the community. We are going to continue building our chill app, and we're now coming towards the end. And yeah, we're close to the end, close to finishing it. I think it's been a number of hours since we started off, and a number of days for me. Yeah, several days. So we're going to continue, and first things first, we left off something from the last video. We were working on this page, and there's something I noticed is that if you look at the time, what we were doing is we were taking the timestamp and taking the hour, concatenating it with a colon, and then adding the minutes, right? Concatenating it with the minutes from the timestamp. While this is okay, it doesn't work if the minutes are what are they called? They're singular. Like if we have 3 minutes, it will show 22:03, not 22:03, right? Now there are two ways we could go about this. We could either get the international package. The international package is INTL. I'm guessing it's internationalization. So I'm just going to call it the international package for reference and for future use. So we could either get the international package and get this time and get the date, or even better, if you look at your app of choice, your messaging app of choice. Where I am, the most popular app is WhatsApp. It shows the time from, like the time since X happened, right? So there's a package that we could use to give us that could tell us this was 10 hours ago, it was 12 hours ago, 13 hours, 3 days, sort of that. So that's what we're going to do first before we start working on the repository, right? That's what we're going to do first. Okay, let's do that next. So let's continue. First things first, we are going to, this is our app running. This is not the finished app. This is our app running. We've now gotten to the place where we can just run the actual app in full. Basically everything is ready except the messaging component. And to get first, to sort out our time issue, we could go to pub.dev, and we could say pub.dev, like so. And in pub.dev, what we're going to get is the in pub.dev, we're going to use the time ago package, like so. And we say a library useful for creating fuzzy timestamps, like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, the good thing about it is it doesn't have a lot of setup and stuff like that. It's very, very easy to use and very straightforward, right? So what we could do is we could come to installing, and we could copy this file, like so, time ago 2.026, like so. And we can go to our pubspec.yaml. Let's close everything up first, close all, like so. We come to pubspec.yaml. Pubspec.yaml is down here. And originally I was working with Intel, and then I noticed that this package would be a bit better. So we could get to Intel. I was testing it off screen, and we could get we could go time ago, right? We get rid of the internationalization. Yeah, like so. So yeah, so basically it's gotten it, and now we can start working on I believe this is in the chat widget. We could go to the chat widget and start working from there. Continue. And first, draw your attention to the fact that when you click on the messaging button, you are told chat room available if you and the person have not begun communicating. So this is what you're going to see, because this is going to be the first message. Of course, we can't see it right now because we haven't built the messaging, so we'll see it in a bit. But let's go to the chat widget. Let's close the pubspec.yaml and go to the chat widget, chat here. And the first thing we could import is was working with international off camera. So let's just get rid of this, like so. And we could say here import, let's give ourselves a bit more real estate, like so. We say import time ago, like so, as time ago, like so. And then we put a semicolon here. So we import it as time ago, Yeah, we imported as time ago, and after that we can now get to the timestamp. We can get to the timestamp, and to get to the timestamp we could scroll down. Where is the timestamp? I believe it's chart.timestamp or something like that. It's towards the bottom. It's towards the bottom. Yeah, we come here, and first things first is we can delete a lot of this code. So we could come like so and delete this and delete the concatenation here, and we come here and we delete until we also delete the hour, and we get a date like so, right? And after that, what we could say simply is just come here and type time ago dot format like so. So we hit the time ago dot format like so, and we're supposed to format the chat. So we put another comma here like so, no, another bracket like so, and yeah, basically that's done. And we do the same for the text.widget like so. Let's come here and just delete it until we get to date like so, and we could wrap it in brackets. Okay, let's wrap it in brackets. Let's come here and wrap this in brackets, and come here and say time ago dot format like so. Okay, yeah, basically that's that. So it will check if we don't have anything, and the widget creation time or the timestamp from the chat. So basically, if we should save this should change to the number of hours or the number of days. So we hit save. Let's save like so, and it's saying hot reload error time ago dot format. Okay, it is not working. Let me just check what's wrong and correct it. So let's continue. So it turns out the problem is because we had forgotten about this. We had made changes to our pubspec.yaml, imported a new, what's it called? A new package. We needed to restart everything. So after you restart, this code will work perfectly. Let's give ourselves a bit more real estate. So we just get time ago. We just use the time ago and we use the dot format, and it will tell us how many minutes, how many hours, how many days ago the message was, which I think is more in line with what is happening in messaging apps. And basically, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Now, before we create our UUID, we could get a package that allows us to generate strings that we can use to save our photos in the storage, right? And the other alternative, the one that I've used in making the application the first time, was using the path. And generally this can lead to very unwieldy messages. Like you could come here and you could see, you come to users, it uses the entire path. It goes to that, it goes to library, it goes to developer, it goes to core simulator, it goes to devices, it goes to that. It's really nested, and you go to all. If you use the entire path like I'd used, you will have, I think, suboptimal results, right? It will be too nested, temporary. We're still going, and we finally come to the image. Now, this is not the best way to do it, and so we're going to use a package. And for that, we could come to, let's go to that packages like so. And here we could say UUID. UUID. I think it's unique, and the ID is identifier. I don't know whether universally unique or basically, yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the UUID stands for, but we're going to use version 4, which allows us to generate random strings, right? Version 1 is time-based strings. Now, the reason we're going to use version 1 is because if they're time-based and there are two users who send a photo at the same time, they might end up with the same string, right? So I think that the best way is to get version 4, right? So for that, we come to installing, and we can copy this code like so. Copy this code, and we'll use it in our repository for messaging. And we can come back here, and we can go to the pubspec.yaml, and go to pubspec.yaml. This is going to be the last package we put in place, unless of course we decide to make additions. And also the last package at the end of this, which is like, I'm thinking 4 or 5 videos from now, at the end of this, we're going to upgrade this to Flutter BLoC 4.0 or whatever it's going to be there, right? So that is going to be an update after I finish the videos. So basically, we could get this, and we could hit pub.get, and we could continue from there. So let's wait. Okay, now we can continue from here. First, I have the finished article here, and we could have a look at when you click on the okay, there's no matched user, but when you click on the icon on the matched user, the text icon, you go to the messaging page and the message pages, and then if you haven't typed anything, the words chat room opened will be shown to you, so that you can know that you have access to this facility. And when you click on it, like so, you will be asked to start the conversation if you would like so. It will be shown to both of you, right? But if you have a message, or if there's a photo, this is what you would get. Like, of course, the photos are cached. You would get the photo here, and if you click, you see the messages in the order in which they're sent. We're going to, I think, change this and make it more in line with our with the time ago package that we added. This is the finished article, and the finished article I didn't use time ago, so you can see this is 22.7 rather than 22.07, right? So basically that's that. Anyway, let's get down to the business of the day, and that's building our messaging repository. So we could come down here to the repositories folder, right click, like so, come here, go to that file, say messaging, like so, hit enter, and we should come down here, and we could say class messaging repository, like so. And after that, it's going to have a dependency on Firestore, so we could bring that in. We're going to say Firestore, and this is going to be Firestore, make that private. It's also going to have storage. Remember, messages, the images in messages have to be stored in storage, right? And we could say Firebase storage, like so, and we're going to make this Firebase storage, like so. And after that, we're not going to use the path. You could use the path, but like I said, the path is going to lead you to all those folders, and you are going to have it nested in like 10 folders deep, right? So what we need is a unique string, right? So there's this debate I had: do we store all our users' images that they have sent in the same folder? You could do that, like use the unique identifier and then all the images, but that wouldn't make sense, right? Because you'd be mixing up conversations. The other alternative would be to use the conversation, like this entire conversation, and store all the images sent by everybody. But then that would lead to, okay, we ideally need to rethink, to think about, if we're going into production, let's say this was a complete production thing, we would need to rethink about how they do it. I wonder how they do it in WhatsApp or Facebook. Do they store all the images in a conversation in the same, along the same folder, or do they store them separately in different folders? Do they store them in the user's phone? I'm not sure exactly, but one method we could do is just you create a new string with the UUID which we installed, the UUID package. Where is package? That's I can't see pubspec.yaml now. So we could just create a new string, and the new string will hold every single picture, right? That could also be a possible solution. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. But ideally, I don't know which one is more efficient. To have the conversations, to store the images separately in conversation, to store them, every user's images to be stored in their own folder, or yeah, or I don't know. Okay, I'll just store them separately with separate strings so that we can differentiate them using separate string. And for that, we could say we could create. Let's not make it. We could say UUID equals UUID dot v4, like so. I explained between v4 and v1, and I think it's complaining because this is an instance of that, because we haven't brought in the package, like so. And yeah, we could do that. And we need to create, of course, the constructor. Of course, this is going to be a string, like so. And after that, we need to inject the various dependencies into the repository, right? And then we instantiate them internally in the class. I've explained this before, so basically I'll be copying the code to make us go a bit faster. And I think if we go to the repositories, which one had two? Matches had one, the messages had one, message, and messaging had messaging is what we're doing. Search had one, search. Yeah, I think user had two because it had the auth and the store. Yeah, it's this one. So let's just copy it like so and come back to messaging, and we can adjust the code to suit us. So here we're going to say messaging repository, like so, and we don't need Firebase auth, we need Firebase storage, like so, and this is going to be storage, like so, storage, and we have Firestore, and then we're going to come back and say storage, like so, and here we're going to have storage, and let's just finish it, Firebase storage, like so. So we have that done. Now we can inject mock instances so that we can test the messaging repository should we wish to do so. So the first method is going to be called send message, and we could come here and say send message, and it's going to take a message, and so we could say message. Have we brought that in? I am not sure. I don't think we've brought that in. It's going to be asynchronous, and because we're going to be waiting for the Firestore and the Firebase storage, right? And this one is going to be a future, like so, and we need to bring in our message. So we come here, our preferred method of importation, like so, and we have that. And first we're going to declare storage upload task. We could say storage upload task, and this is going to be storage upload task, and this is going to be storage upload task, like so. And after that we get a reference for the message, so we could just say document reference from the Firestore package. We could say message ref, and this is just going to be, we're going to reach into the messages collection and get a document. So for that we could say messages ref is going to be Firestore, and the collection we're interested in is actually the messages, and this is going to be the document. We're just going to get a document like that, and we're going to store that in the messages ref. And then we're going to come here and get the collection reference, and this is going to be the sender ref, and the sender ref is going to be Firestore. We're going to get the user who sent it, firestore.collection, and this is going to be, we're going to reach into our users like so, and in here we're going to have we could say dot, we've already reached into the collection, so we could say dot document, and the document we're going to get is the message dot sender. Let's get the sender, the person doing the sending. We could say sender ID, and in it we're going to have the collection. The collection is going to be, we're going to look at is chats like so, and after that we're going to get the document. It's going to be pretty nested. It's going to be selected user ID, and that's going to be message dot selected user ID like so, and in it we're going to get the collection, and the collection is going to be messages like so, and we're going to take it there, and then after that we're going to get the send user ref, and for that we could say collection reference, and we get the send, we create the send user ref, and this is going to be the Firestore. Yeah, let's we could just copy this. It's going to be sender user ref, send user ref rather. Let's copy this line because it's the same. Or we could copy it until here because the lines are basically the same. We could copy this, come here, and we could paste this like so, and the firestore.collection, we're reaching into the users collection, and we're getting the message dot selected user ID like so, and the collection is going to be the chats, and basically the opposite of this. We could say the collection is going to be the chats, and yeah, so that both people have access to the messages, right? We could copy this, come here, come down. It's not neatly arranged as I would like, so we reach into the chats and we get the sender user ID. We could say sender ID like so, and after that we reach out to the messages. So basically that is what we're going to do. And first we're going to check, before we continue, we're going to check if we have yeah, and after that we're going to check if there's a photo included. That's what we're going to do next. Hi guys, this is Waga. The video you're watching was part of a much longer video that I decided to split in two, so you can continue from where you left off in the next video. As always, have a good day. Like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you have a question, and you can start the repository on GitHub. And also share the video around. See you in the next video.